There is one acrobat in the circus. He walks on a rope 80 feet high without any support. He places on his head one saucer, one cup, one saucer, one cup, one saucer, one cup. And he's walking along. People purchase tickets to go and see him. Now, one strong person, he says, this acrobat, he cannot even withstand one slap of mine. If he can do it, why can I not do it? So he said, I will also go and try. He tied a rope between his balcony and the balcony of the other skyscraper on the other side. This much of copying he could do. After that, when he tried to walk without any support, he fell headlong. The acrobat said, when did I say that you copy what I am doing? I reached this state after a decade of practice. So you cannot copy the higher category. There was once a teacher. He taught his students. He said, Yad yad acharati shreshthas tatta deve taro jana. Quoting from the Bhagavad Gita. What the great people do, the others should copy. The great people, they establish the path for the others. So one of the students was of sharp mind. He said, let me copy the teacher himself. The next day, before the teacher arrived in class, he went and sat on the teacher's chair to copy the teacher. When the teacher entered, this boy, he said, go and sit down there. The teacher was shocked. What's going on? Nevertheless, he played along and he went and sat down on the student's bench. He asked the other student, what's going on? That student said, sir, you had said that what great people do, others should follow, others should copy, so he is copying you. The teacher said, oh, I see. He raised his hand. That student who was sitting on the teacher's seat, he said, sir, I have a question for you. Now the student got scared. How will I answer the question of my teacher? So he apologized. The teacher said, why did you do this? The student said, you taught me yesterday that we should copy the great people, so I am copying you. The teacher said, if you are copying me, then answer my question. How can I do that? Then where are you copying me? So the student said, how was I supposed to copy you? The teacher said, this you should have asked earlier. What I meant was that how stage by stage by stage, I passed one grade after another grade after another grade, and finally I did my undergrad, then graduation, and then I finally attained the PhD, and then I got this seat. You are supposed to copy that path, not what I am doing today. Similarly, Mahajano yena gata sapantha. The path by which somebody became a saint, we are supposed to copy that path and not what they are doing today. The saints have to do different kinds of behaviors for the elevation of different kinds of souls. Sri Krishna himself, for the ordinary souls, he spoken the Bhagavad Gita. And then there are higher and higher and higher pastimes. Now we are not to copy any of his pastimes. The message that he has spoken to us for our category, that is graspable by us And that is what we are supposed to be doing. There are different categories of sadhana or spiritual practice. There is one person who takes the rosary bead and he takes the name of God. There's another person who has now rejected the rosary bead. He's taking the name of God without it. There's another person who's not even taking the name of God. He's feeling God's presence. Now, there are all different categories. Guru Nanak, when he went to the Kaaba, he placed his feet towards the Kaaba and went to sleep. So the mullahs out there got really annoyed. Who is this fakir who has come from Hindustan and he's placing his feet towards Allah? So when all this pandemonium took place, Guru Nanak woke up. He said, "What's the matter?" They said, "You have insulted Allah. You have placed your feet towards Him." Guru Nanak said, "I am sorry. I did not know. I am new to this place. I did not know that Allah is in this direction. You do one thing. The direction in which Allah is not, you place my feet in that direction." So in anger, they lifted his feet and threw them on the other side. And they found the Kaaba has shifted there. Again, they lifted his feet and threw them the other side. They found the Kaaba has shifted there. When they did this 4 or 5 times, they were shocked. And they looked in bewilderment at Guru Nanak. He said, "I am seeing Allah everywhere. If you are seeing Him only in one place, what can I do?" That was his realization. But you think we can prematurely copy that realization? That you go to the temple of Sri Krishna and you place your feet to Sri Krishna and go to sleep? That will be considered an offense because we are not yet seeing Sri Krishna everywhere. So we have to go according to our category. And the saints, for the welfare of all different souls, they do different kinds of activities and they give instructions to us. So the instructions that are for our category, we are to grasp those instructions. The external activities of the saints may sometimes appear bewildering to us, just like the divine leelas of God are sometimes bewildering to us. Like, for example, Mother Parvati. Now, Mother Parvati, there is no question of any ignorance being there in her. She is divine, she is God realized. However, the Ramayana describes, many of you must be familiar with this Leela, that Shiv and Parvati, they had gone to the ashram of sage Agastya. And they were hearing the Ramayana from him, the pastimes of Lord Ram, with great relish. They heard the whole Ramayana. And Ram Avatar was taking place. Lord Ram had descended. So Lord Ram was going in the forest of Dandakaranya, searching for Mother Sita. Ram and Lakshman were walking by. When Shiv and Parvati returned from the ashram of sage Agastya, they found Ram and Lakshman walking. Now Lord Shiv immediately recognized. He offered his respects to Sri Ram. He looks on Sri Ram as his Ishtadev, worshipable God. But Ram was in a strange condition. What was that? He was finding Sita. And in separation from Sita, he had lost all bodily consciousness. So he says, रे वृक्षाः पर्वतस्था गिरिगहनलता वायुना वीज्यमाना रामोऽहं व्याकुलात्मा दशरथतनयः शोकशुक्रेण दग्धः बिम्बोष्ठी चारुनेत्री सुविपुलजघना बद्धनागेन्द्रकाञ्ची हा सीता केन नीता मम हृदयगता को भवान् केन दृष्टा. He says, O trees, O creepers, O leaves, O rocks, O boulders, where has my Sita gone? Now imagine, Ram is displaying so much of attachment. This kind of attachment you will not even see in the world. If somebody's husband, wife, child gets lost, will they go and ask trees and lampposts? Where has my son gone? Can you please tell me? So Ram is in this situation. And then the separation increased even more. So he lost all awareness of who he is. And he asks Lakshman, Koham bruhi sakhe swayam sa bhagavan aryah sako raghava keyuyam batanath nath kimidam dasosmi te lakshmanah kantare kimihasmahe batasakhe devya gatir mrigyate ka devi janakadhiraj tanaya ha janakikwasiha. He says, ask Lakshman, who am I? Now what kind of question is this? Who am I? Lakshman ji says, Maharaj, you are Arya. Which Arya? You are Raghav, Ram. Oh, I'm Ram. Keyuyam, who are you? Lakshman says, Dasosmi te Lakshmanah, I am your servant Lakshman. Oh, I am Ram, you are Lakshman. Kantare kimihasmahe batasakhe, what are we doing in this jungle? Lakshman ji said, Devya gatir mrigyate. We are finding Mother Sita. Sita, ha janakikvasiha, he fainted out there. Now in this situation, Shiv and Parvati, they found Ram and Lakshman. So Shivji offered his respects, the Supreme Lord of the universe. Parvati started thinking, Supreme Lord of the universe, and he? How is that possible? God is He who knows everything, and He doesn't even know where Mother Sita is. God is He who is always blissful, and He is in such lamentation. God is He who cannot be separated from an atom, and He is experiencing separation from Mother Sita. So the fact is, God does a Leela. Leela means He hides His originality and comes to that level. So the God is displaying this Leela, like we have discussed, the Leelas He does for the welfare of the souls. So Parvati became totally confused. Now Shivji, having offered his respects, he went off. And he told Parvati, don't do anything wrong. But Parvati said, I also have an intellect. I can understand, analyze things. This cannot be God. But Shivji has said he is God, and Shivji cannot be wrong. Shankaru Jagat Vandya Jagadisa Sura Nar Muni Sab Navat Sisa Tinha Nripa Sutahi Kinha Paranama Kahi Satchidananda Paradhama. So she was thinking in both ways. Finally she said, let me test him out. I will come to know. So she made her own form as that of Sita, and sat down on the path, that if he is Ram, he will be knowing that I am not Sita. And if he is not, then he will be fooled. Oh, I have found you. Lakshmanji will say, Bhabiji, you were sitting here. So it will be a nice big joke. So when Parvati took the form of Sita, now Sri Ram, who was crying, Ha Site, he saw Parvati in the form of Sita. Immediately he became serious. He said, Mother, you are sitting here? Where is my father? Now Ram worships Shivji. in his divine pastimes. So he looks on Shivji as the father and Parvati as his mother. So he addressed Parvati in the form of Sita as mother. Immediately Parvati, she realized he has recognized me. Without saying anything, she left from there. Sati kapatu janeu sur swami sab darsi sab antarayami sumerat jahi mitaiya jnana so sarvagya ramu bhagavana. God is sarvagya, all-knowing. What is the problem for him to know whether this is Parvati or Sita? So when she got found out, Parvati ji just slipped away from there. And she came to Shivji. Now Shivji also knows what has happened. He said, Parvati, did you test Ram? Parvati said, test? My lord, not at all. Just the way you did pranam, I did the same pranam. So Shivji said, all right, you have taken the form of my mother. Now I cannot accept you as a wife. Because Shankarji worships Ram as his lord, so Sita is his mother. So he said, you have taken the form of my mother, I cannot accept you as my wife. He rejected Parvati. Then beyond that, you have probably heard from the Bhagavatam, etc. Parvati, she went to her father's house, Daksh. There in the sacrifice, she burnt herself. Again, she came back as the daughter of Himalaya. And again, she had to second time get married to Lord Shiv. But the question is that how can Parvati have any ignorance in her? Is it possible for Parvati to have any ignorance in her? If Parvati can be overcome by Maya, then what to speak of Surdas, Tulsidas, Mirabai? Then no God-realized saint will be beyond Maya. And the fact is that once one attains God, then Maya can never touch. So later on, after their second marriage, Shankarji tells Parvati, Ram kripa te Parvati sapne hu tav man mahi shok moha sandeha brahma mama vichar kachunahi. He says, Parvati, you never had any shok, moh, sandeh, bhram. Any doubt, any ignorance, any dualities, you have always been beyond this. Lord Shiv himself rejected Parvati, and now he says, you are beyond all this. Tum Raghuvir charan anuragi kinihu prashna jagat hit lagi. You were doing a leela for the welfare of the souls. Tadapiya shanka kini hu joi kahat sunat kar sab hit hoi. You wanted to give us all the message that we must not use our intellect in the divine pastimes of God. To teach us that lesson, you used your intellect yourself and showed to us, look what happened to me. You souls, listen and don't make this mistake. So, for the welfare of our souls, you performed this pastime. In other words, God and the God-realized saints, their goal is always welfare of the souls. For that, this whole picture was made.